Let's turn to weather once again with Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox. Hey, Sarah.
Hey there, Cammie. So things not too bad this evening. However, winds have started to increase, coming back in from the cooler northwest. So temperatures are starting to head on down. Many of us actually nearing 40 in Rochester when we got to our peak, but now temperatures are slowly coming down and, well, things relatively peaceful out there. So that's not a bad thing. Hope we can hold it as we head into the morning commute. Well, some good news is we're tracking that way. All right, moving on to those temperatures. As I mentioned, Rochester peaking around 39, currently sitting at 37 degrees, but we still have 40s on the board. Lake City sitting at 40 degrees. I'll move my head here. Winona at 41. Look at Mason City, Northwood almost at 40. Osage right now at 40. Pretty crazy, but as I mentioned, these winds are coming back in from the cooler northwest, and eventually these temperatures will really start to drop down. It's not going to be a rapid plummet, some good news there, but temperatures will be coming back, making their way into the 20s. Now, talking about the speeds, I mentioned this at the top of the newscast. This is kind of just the beginning of the stronger winds that we will be seeing. In fact, these winds not very strong compared to what we will be getting Wednesday and ultimately on Thursday. A windy stretch on the way. Satellite and radar, before we get to the winds, talking about the clouds moving on through. They have a little moisture in them. Maybe you'll see those green spots as they pop in on the radar, trying to pick up on maybe a sprinkle or two. That is the most we'll see. You can see a little more activity further to the west where a few sprinkles have come through because temperatures, they're warmer and we still have moisture now thanks to those southern winds. But of course, you know what we're talking about. I already mentioned the winds that will be increasing, but there's a lot more to it than just that. Another clipper is developing, and as it scoots its way across the border and ultimately into the upper Midwest, it's going to be doing a couple things. Bringing those winds, bringing rain, as well as a wintry mix, as well as snowfall, and that's only mainly because of those plummeting temperatures as we go through our Thursday morning. All right, that's a lot. Let's walk through it. Futurecast here showing the last bits of a little moisture from this evening moving out of the way. I've moved things to Wednesday morning because this particular model is picking up on maybe a flake or two, but I think most of that will be staying up in the atmosphere. So that brings us to our next event. This is 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Light blue for the most of us here, meaning that it may not be hitting the ground quite yet, but the chances have rolled in. This is around 6 p.m. for a wintry mixture, and that becomes more apparent as we do slip later into the night. Those winds coming in strong from the south, helping to keep things warmer as we head into the overnight, officially starting off our Thursday as we see widespread rain mainly. All right, a nice breather for a moment until the winds start to pick up again, coming in from the north, cooling things down. We see a chance for a few light snowflakes, but the bigger thing will be visibility during this time. That's going to be a huge issue as we head into Thursday morning, due in part to those strong winds. So just another look at the precipitation timeline there, showing that wintry mix Wednesday night into Thursday. And then, of course, the gusts peaking around 50 miles per hour on Thursday. At least tomorrow won't be too crazy, Cammie. That's some good news there, as by lunchtime, pickup time at school, temperatures are back above freezing before they fall on Thursday.